Look at that one.
Good.
What? Nope. It helps when I do what I'm supposed to do, right? I can't help, I'm new at this. I love that picture. Maria saw that today. What a handsome dude, she says. Your hair was darker there. A little bit.
That's a good picture of me.
Under a minute. Wow, you really hustled. You really
Call you
did.
Flash Gordon.
Goodness. Yeah. Well, when you know what you're doing, you can do it. When you're focused, you can do it. And that, you did it. Is he coming back or no? Yeah. Boy, if he's dealing with the DMV, we got to do that too with Kelly's license. You have to have an appointment or do it. He could have done it online. Did he not know that he could go online? Oh, I think he told me about that a while back. Something about somebody with something, something. Hi, everyone. Welcome back into Primetime TV Show. We are back once again, and there's just the two of us today. We're a little lonesome because Mary Louise is spending birthday time with her family member, her son, out there in Utah. But there's the two of us, and we are fired up again today.
Well, isn't that the truth?
Gosh, we've had such a great week since we visited with you guys. Barbara Marville-Kelly here and Dennis Kelly here. And we're about to share some of the things that have been going on for the last week, not to mention the past, 6 months now. We just want you to join in, and I know we are shamelessly on our very own personal, private soapbox here on Primetime to talk about how we're rebuilding our lives, reliving our lives, one step at a time. And I hope that we bring you motivation, some inspiration, so that you can rise up with us and ride with us as we make a difference in the world, all around the world. And that's what our platform is with We Beam TV. We're here every Monday from 2 to 3 Eastern Time, and we just have a great little visit. And if you would like to text us a private message, you have any questions, feel free to do that. I have my handy dandy little phone here so I can check it if need be. But we're going to go ahead and get started and just kind of visit on what's been going on with you in your lives, what's been going on with us in our lives. We've been trying a new program to help us build our immune system. It took a little while to get started, and after doing a lot of research and testing out the product, products, we have found that we really do have the gold standard of healthy living. We have a lot of testimonials that we're going to share with you today. We also have some backup science research with a couple of doctors that's going to be sharing some of the products as well. But I just want to say to my husband, thank you for being my husband for almost 20 years.
You're highly welcome.
I'm telling you.
The fact you could put up with me for almost 20 years.
I think it's just the opposite, really, if you could put up with me. But we celebrate our 20th anniversary this Wednesday.
Boy, that's incredible. How fast time goes by.
You know, it really does. And I owe a lot to you for being my coach, my healthy living coach, many, many years ago while you were writing your book, The 6 Steps to the Fountain of Youth, and kind of used me as a guinea pig.
Well, I want you to be around for a long time. I plan to have you come to my 120th birthday.
Well, I think I will. I'll plan on doing
Good.
that.
You got your, what do you call it?
My work cut out for me?
Well, you could say that. That's a better choice of words than I was going to use.
Well, you know what? It's 20 years we've been married. We had a big, beautiful storybook wedding where we live, right out in the golf course. Some of you may remember that because you attended. And then we had 3 years before that. So a total of 23 years we've been together. And the one thing that I want to share, and this is really and truly on a personal note, is one of the things that keep us going is our attitude, our heart empowerment. We live with a very high emotional intelligence after learning that. And my husband taught me that while he was writing his book, again, The 6 Steps to the Fountain of Youth, and it's been working even to this day. Now, your book was in process in 1995, and it went in, when did it go into production?
96.
96.
Right, that was the year I
produced.
met you.
That's right.
In
That's
fact,
right.
you're in my book.
That's right. I am in your book.
That's right.
And I am still in your book because you're still teaching me. We're actually teaching each other because we've
Well, I
learned so
learned
much.
from you, too.
Yeah, I know you do.
Because if you come into our house, we have more books than most libraries have. Not that we read all of them, but it reminds us that there's so much more to learn.
There
so
is.
much more to know.
That's
more
right.
to know.
That's right. And we have learned so much, and we've partnered up with people that know so much about life, living, health. And in the last 6 months, I'm sure you'll agree with us that we have really had our challenges. Which way to go? Where do we go? What's going on here in this crazy world? So as always, we've used our own skill sets of a very strong foundation of faith and belief in what we're doing. And before we do anything or tell anyone about products that we're taking, services that we're offering, we do the research and we make sure that it's tried and true and that it works. And I would say back in, was it March, April, when Mary Louise Zeller contacted us and wanted to know if we would be interested in building our immune system. And I thought, that sounds like a winner. Yes, we would like to hear more. That was just after all of your classes were canceled until further notice, all of our Tai Chi classes, and including a third of our income.
Yeah.
And we were just wondering, well, we're on a good, healthy program. We always have been. We've always believed in building our immune system. But nothing like we did the research on the Kyani products. And what's great about it, I'm sure you'll agree, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of products to confuse you with. It's basically what you see here. The only thing that I actually have missing is the skincare line. And so this is our exact system. In fact, my husband drank his meal replacement today, known as the Core 140. We're going to be talking about that. And I had to save a little bit of mine just because I wanted to bring it in and just show you. My husband had his. He drank the whole thing down, and I left a little bit of mine so that I could show you how you can put it in a shaker and take it with you. It's very, very convenient. But these products, they just have been, every single one of the products are hero products. If you've ever tried a long string of products, you have to take this, and you have to take this, and you have to take this, and this, and this, and this, and the list goes on. And believe me, I have sold many lines like that, and they were good on the TV station, on the Home Shopping Network. Very, very good products. But for me, I needed something more simple. What do you think about, I mean, it's such a short, it's just a small group.
It's mind-boggling to know how many vitamins and things that we were on that we didn't use. Mm-hmm. I know that before I got involved in health and fitness, I must have had about 25, 30 bottles in my cupboard of different vitamins. And the problem with that is you need to have a balance, because you could be taking too much of one or too much of the other. But no, I had to have them all. I was spending $250, $300 a month and not getting the results. Mm-hmm. And you know, the results are gotten through understanding what's good and what's bad as far as the health world goes. For example, stress is an energy that's negative or positive. Eustress is the good stress, the stress of winning, the stress of being important, doing important things. And the brain is funny. The brain sends messages to all the cells through soldier cells that they float in the lymphatic system and in the bloodstream. And those cells are there in case we have a disease, or especially a virus. They're there to fight and help us live longer, to be able to kill that disease. That's why all disease has a psychosomatic component. In other words, if you're thinking bad thoughts, if you're analyzing the wrong way and not giving the proper knowledge to what you're doing, then the soldier cells lay down their arms, they don't fight. And then your cells are subject to total destruction through disease, through all those different things. But if you have a will to live and you have a passion and you do the right things, get professionals to set up that vitamin program. Because with a program we're on, all we need is three things called the
triangle of health.
Triangle health.
Triangle of health.
Triangles of health. By the way, in case you see me sometimes slur my words, I'm recovering from Parkinson's disease. Now, can you imagine that if I didn't have this type of a immune system builder, I wouldn't be here right now. You can't cure it, but the thing is, you don't have to change your lifestyle. If you have a life-threatening disease, it is not a death sentence.
That's right. I'm glad that you're saying that, and we are not here to absolutely not diagnose, treat, or claim to cure anything whatsoever. I do have to get that disclaimer out. We are talking pretty much basically on ourselves. And my husband was mentioning the Triangle of Health, and that was one of the first products that we tried, because they all work synergistically together. And I'm going to point these out. I'm going to go through each one of these products, and we're also going to introduce a brand new product that we've been on now for about a week and a half, which is the Core 140, right?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be without it now. In fact, I think she stole mine.
No, I didn't. We do kind of do that. We kind of steal from one another with love and then return it back and all. But to wake up in the morning, this is what we both start with. I'm going to be very, very concise. We start with the sunrise. And throughout the day, my husband uses the Kyani Nitro Extreme, and I use the Nitro FX. And we're going to talk about these, and we actually have Dr. Frank Amano that's going to do a little quick video clip on it. Then we also have, this gets you started for the day, the sunrise. It's amazing. It helps to boost your energy. It helps you with cognitive, and here, this is all it is. It's a zip and snip, and it's easy to use. You could take with you anywhere, but it helps to support cognitive, cellular support, healthy stress management, your immune system, hello. It helps with your stress management and healthy digestion. It maintains heart health, maintains healthy blood sugar level, and joint flexibility. If you're having trouble, moving and grooving, especially with all the gyms shut down and you're just not motivated to work out, this can help get you started, and it helps to boost energy, supports brain function, and cellular health and immune system effectiveness. What is immune system effectiveness? Well, we do need to build our immune system in order to fight off various health challenges that are out there in the marketplace. It's no new news to us that we have been with a pandemic, and it really has been annoying to all of us, anyone we talk to. Also, when we go to bed at night, we take the sunset. how's your sleeping pattern? Are you getting into a deep sleep, or are you waking up and you can't get back to sleep and you wonder why the next day you're just not feeling up to par? You can't think properly and your brain is like, sort of feels like scrambled eggs, right? So where is it here? The Sunset, I know it's here somewhere, the bottle. Oh, it was over here.
It was hiding on you.
It's right in front of me. Hello. So, we only take 3 of these, and they're just 3 capsules, and these are like the golden nuggets, I swear. There's just small little, you just take 3 of these at night, and the Sunset actually also helps to support cardiovascular health, healthy inflammatory response, encourages healthy skin and hair, it helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels, it helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, it supports cognitive function, it supports your cell membranes, promotes the healthy immune response, and encourages your healthy skin and hair. Talk about the Kyani Nitro, and we're going to have Dr. Claire come out in a video clip. It's a little bit lengthy, but I want you to really hone in and pay attention because she's going to be talking about the benefits of it. Dr. Claire is well appointed with a long list of her resume, which is like 37 pages long, I kid you not, associated with the Johns Hopkins University, also a member of the World Health, and so much more, but she is actually on our advisory team as well. She'll be talking about promoting energy, encouraging blood flow, circulation, healthy inflammatory response, encourages heart health and healthy sexual function, supports cognitive function, immune, nutrient absorption. If you've ever taken, and that might be why my husband was saying that he had a whole tray of $200 to $300 worth of products, that they weren't working because they weren't working synergistically with one another. This program has been around for a long time, and with the name Kyani behind it, you know you can have that absorption, which maybe other products, if you're mixing products, and they just aren't blending with one another. It also helps to maintain your brain function and supports your nutrient delivery. That's really big. That's the other thing that you were saying about, you weren't getting the results. Well, your nutrients were probably being eliminated because they weren't taking hold and staying within the body so that it can do its job. So we have that. Then we also have the Fit 20. Are you aware that we need to have a lot of protein? I think Mary Louise says we need 120 grams of protein every day, but you need to have the right protein, and this is the Fit 20. And I'll tell you where you can even get more information about the Fit 20, and I know that we need to order some of this, so we have this on hand. But you can go to immuneboosters2020.com. All these products are on there. The HL5 is also on there. This is for building collagen, which helps to build muscle, which helps with skin, with the resiliency and the elasticity. And we both noticed that if you go like this and your skin bounces back,
It shows your age.
that's a good thing. Or if it kind of slowly goes back, then we know that we need to.
If you do that one there and it doesn't go back slow, you're in trouble.
Exactly. So we have that, and then we also have the Core 140. But Rob, if you're ready with the video, if we could bring out Dr. Claire Francomano. She does such a fantastic job. She attends your Tai Chi class on Saturday mornings.
Yeah. She knows where it's headed.
Yes, absolutely. So let's listen to Dr. Francomano. We'll be right back after this.
My name is Dr. Claire Francomano, and I'm a medical geneticist and an internist. I did my training at Johns Hopkins University Medical School back many, many years ago, and I completed medical school there, did my training in internal medicine and medical genetics there, and also trained in clinical molecular genetics. I was for many years on the faculty at Johns Hopkins and then went to the National Institutes of Health as the clinical director of the National Human Genome Research Institute. And my current position is as director of adult genetics at the Harvey Institute for Human Genetics in Baltimore, Maryland. Nitric oxide was discovered in the early 1980s, and it was first recognized that there was a factor that caused relaxation of the blood vessels. and this was called endothelium relaxation factor. And then eventually scientists found that this relaxation factor was actually nitric oxide. The science of nitric oxide is extremely well documented. A recent search of PubMed showed that there are over 112,000 articles in the peer-reviewed literature documenting the effects of nitric oxide in biology. The Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine was awarded to Drs. Ignarro, Furchtgott, and Zawodowski for their role in the discovery of nitric oxide and its effects in biology. Nitrates and nitrites are molecules that are precursors to nitric oxide. Nitrates consist of 1 atom of nitrogen and 3 atoms of oxygen, and nitrites have 1 atom of nitrogen and 2 atoms of oxygen. And of course, nitric oxide is 1 and 1. Well, nitrates and nitrites are converted to nitric oxide by the chemical process that's called reduction. 1 oxygen atom is removed from nitrate to form nitrite, and then another oxygen atom is removed to form the nitric oxide. Nitrates and nitrites are derived from many sources in our diet. Fruits and vegetables are really excellent sources of nitrates and nitrites, particularly green leafy vegetables, and noni is a particularly excellent source of nitrates and nitrites. Nitric oxide has an extremely short lifespan. It's less than a second. Nitric oxide is very powerful despite its very short lifespan because of the way it acts in the body. It serves as what we call a second messenger, which sends signals between cells and into the bloodstream, and that have very long-lasting effects, even though the gas itself only lasts a very, very short time. When nitrates are eaten, there's a process that goes on in the mouth where the nitrate is converted to nitrite by bacteria. There's a chemical process that is actually catalyzed by an enzyme that we in humans don't have. The bacteria have this enzyme. So the nitrates convert to nitrite by the process of reduction, and then we swallow the nitrites, and the nitrites are converted to nitric acid in the acidic environment of the stomach. A vasodilator is a compound or a chemical that causes the arteries in the body to dilate. Vasodilation is a very important process for the maintenance of healthy blood pressure and also to get the nutrients that the body needs to all the corners and nooks and crannies at the very ends of our arterial tree. The dilating properties of nitric oxide were actually recognized very, very early in the discovery of nitric oxide because the initial recognition of nitric oxide as a substance was as the compound that was initially called endothelium relaxation factor. So that dilating property of nitric oxide was one of the hallmarks in the very, very initial stages of its discovery. Many of those 112,000 studies focus on the vasodilation effects of nitric oxide. There are many documented studies looking at the effects on blood pressure, which is a direct effect of the vasodilation caused by nitric oxide. So substances that produce a lot of nitric oxide in the body cause documented decreases in blood pressure. There are many functions in the body that are very dependent on nitric oxide concentrations. Just a few of the really important ones are the regulation of blood flow, pulmonary function, the inhibition of platelet aggregation, which inhibits clot formation. Our immune system is highly dependent on nitric oxide, and pain perception is also highly influenced by nitric oxide. There are many studies that have documented the effects of nitric oxide on the cardiovascular system. The early ones really focused on blood pressure, documenting that nitric oxide helps support a healthy blood pressure and can reduce blood pressure in people with high blood pressure. There have also been studies showing that nitric oxide is correlated with the rates of myocardial infarction and heart health in general, including congestive heart failure. Nitric oxide has documented antimicrobial effects. There have been several studies looking at the effects of nitric oxide in the stomach for bacterial infection and also in urinary tract infections. We use the word pathogen to describe an organism that can cause damage in the human body. Nitric oxide concentrations in the stomach are called the first line of defense against pathogens because that nitric oxide in the stomach can actually work against the pathogens and destroy them before they ever get into the bloodstream. Well, often in the food that we eat, there may be pathogens that can cause disease. And the nitric oxide in the stomach acts as our first line of defense against those pathogens by killing it off before it ever gets into the bloodstream. There have been several very, very interesting studies looking at the effects of nitric oxide on patients in intensive care units. Because of several factors when patients are treated in the intensive care unit, nitric oxide in the stomach goes down dramatically. People are intubated, they have tubes down their throats, and they're not swallowing, so there's no saliva circulating. And so the nitric oxide levels go down very far, and this can affect immunity and affects that first line of defense against pathogens coming into the body. So people have studied nitric oxide and the administration of nitric oxide in patients in the intensive care unit, and they have found this has very beneficial effects. Nitro Extreme takes the very powerful nitric oxide precursor benefits of NitroFX and extends it by adding certain compounds that are actually even more powerful for human health. CoQ10 is a very important cofactor for enzymes that are involved in the production of ATP, which is the major source of energy in the body. And because energy is required for every single organ system and every function in the human body, the CoQ10 is necessary for all of those processes. Niacin is a vitamin, it's one of the B vitamins, and it's very important in the metabolism of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. It's known to increase blood circulation, and it also decreases cholesterol and triglycerides. Magnesium is a very important element. It supports normal blood pressure and helps with muscle relaxation for people who are having problems with muscle spasm. It's also very important in the metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and protein. Zinc is a very important element as it plays a role as a cofactor in many, many enzymes in the body. It's important for healthy immunity, and it also supports metabolism of all the major elements such as carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Chromium is a very important element for the maintenance of a healthy blood sugar level. It increases our sensitivity to the hormone insulin, which is important for glucose metabolism, and it also increases the uptake of blood sugar into the cells. Kyani Nitro Extreme has additional elements added to it to enable increased production of nitric oxide and to help with individuals who have additional stress and extra stress in their lives who might need a little extra boost. The use of NitroFX or Nitro Extreme enhances the body's ability to utilize the nutrients in the other Kyani products because it increases the circulation, relaxes the blood vessels, and allows the blood to carry those additional nutrients out to the rest of the body and deliver them safely and effectively. I believe that just about anybody could benefit from NitroFX and Nitro Extreme. People who have additional stress in their lives will benefit from the additional elements in Nitro Extreme, and everyone can benefit from the multiple benefits of increased nitric oxide derived from the use of NitroFX. Nitric oxide has been called the molecule of life, and we know that NitroFX and Nitro Extreme are excellent producers of nitric oxide. So by the use of NitroFX and Nitro Extreme, we are really helping to support life and good health.
And there you have it on nitric oxide, and we have two strengths. One is the Nitro FX, this is what I take, and my husband, being an athlete, takes the Extreme. And I want to just share some of the things that we've been experiences with this, and I'm going to start with you. What do you think about this product?
I tell you what, I wouldn't do without it. I
Why?
wish I'd have had that when I competed years ago.
I
think I would have won more. Of course, I should have been satisfied with 6 world championships. That probably would give me 9 or 10.
You know, you're probably right, but we won't go there.
No, I know.
So
But
why do you think that is for this product alone? And by the way, just for anybody out there that happens to be an athlete, or if you know someone that is an athlete, our products are NSF certified, which means that if you are an athlete, you can take these products, get tested, you are going to be just fine. And I'm going to have my husband share how this has worked for him. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about some other people that took it, just not this past weekend, but the weekend before, which will kind of blow our minds. So as an athlete, I mean, the training that you have had to do to become a 6-time world champion, I was there, I watched it all. We're talking about grueling training, day in and day out, right?
right.
And what does that take? What is one of the biggest things that you need?
Well, what I gain out of it is the recovery, too, from hard exercise, because that's important to get rid of the lactic acid. So what this does, it chews up lactic acid, generates cell performance through having the cells being a lot more receptive to nutrients. What a lot of people don't realize, the older you get, the more nutrition you need to be a safe, how would I say, a senior that could live a nice, long, happy life. So there is a price to pay, and the price isn't that dear. It's a few simple moments during the day exercising, a minimum of 20 minutes 3 times a week will really help a lot if you don't really like exercising. If you like exercising, obviously more, in this case, in some ways is better. But the key is to have a passion for whatever goals you want when it comes to your physical, mental, and emotional health, because nobody else is going to take care of you like yourself. And that's so important. And the nitric oxide is great because what it does, it allows the cells to bring out the natural things for health and fitness through the movement of the chi, which is created by the nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is nature's wonderful, I call it the holy grail of aging.
That's right, and there's a lot of studies that have been done on the nitric oxide, and we feel that by taking this is one product that we've never ever taken before, is nitric oxide. And after doing the research, you cannot believe the research on nitric oxide and how it can really help us live, I would say, a higher quality of life. Now, some of the things that we've also noticed is this also contributes with the other products to get a deep sleep. When we go into a deep sleep, how do we feel the next day? We're ready to take on the world. We wake up in the morning bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, we're ready to go.
Well, you know, how long you live has a lot to do with how much sleep you get.
That's true.
Because one thing that happens, if you don't get enough sleep, your body doesn't have a chance to engineer a lot of the things that needed to be done to get rid of disease and viruses, things like that. So that's why it's so important to get a great night's sleep. And this one here, nitric oxide, will help you when you go to bed. In most cases, everybody's different, but most of everyone that does this and takes this product, they find that they get up with a rested sleep. They have more energy during the day.
Yes.
And there's a reason for that.
Yes.
Because when you sleep, your body does all its repairing.
Thank you.
That's why it's important not to
Yes.
eat before you go to bed.
Yes.
Because then everything's going to go towards digesting the food in the stomach and not taking care of the disease. Those soldier cells, they need that disease and need that water and everything else. Otherwise, they just roll over and play dead.
You know, that's true, and I love when you talk about the soldier cells. I had a conversation with a friend this weekend about our soldier cells and how sometimes people give up that beautiful gift of life because they're just over this, they're over that. They're in a healthy, challenged situation, and they get tired of it, and you have these soldier cells inside your body that want to fight for you and with you and help you live a quality of life. And I learned that early on when you were writing your book, The 6 Steps to the Fountain of Youth, and it really made a lot of sense. And during the break there, while you were listening to Dr. Frank Amano, we were talking about writing a kid's book with little cells talking to one another, because kids really need to learn that gift of health, eat healthy, exercise, and all of that. I'm reliving youth with my grandson, as we know, our grandson JD, and so we want to really give back to everybody and let you know what we're doing. Some of the other things, one of the first things that we both noticed in being on the Kiani products was in the first week my husband noticed his eyesight, and the second week I noticed my eyesight. That's crazy.
That's a big one, too.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Really. And I know everyone will get different results, but these are the results that we talk about. Focus and concentration. What about awareness? Do you know that if we don't have awareness, it's very difficult to walk anywhere, to develop a decent stride, and if you feel like you're off, you're not really centered, I mean, that can come from your lack of awareness, and we've got to have that. And we have found that just when we thought we were at the top of our game, there's always something that comes along to take you just a bit higher. It raises our consciousness level higher. We're quicker to think and make decisions and live that heart-centered life that you've heard us talk about. We must feed our body to help us protect ourselves from things that are out there. And again, we're not making any claims to diagnose, treat, or cure anything whatsoever. My husband was diagnosed with the P word, known as Parkinson's disease. We were not thrilled about that at all, were we?
Absolutely.
But you just made a pact with yourself and with your soldier cells. You're going to beat this, and you're doing everything you possibly can, and it takes knowledge. Education is what we need, is to teach ourselves what to do next. I mean, do we zig? Do we zag? Do we keep moving forward on the same path? And we're always open-minded enough to know that there are products out there. There's various ways to live the best quality of life, and this is one of them. The Nitro FX also, if you are an athlete, as we were talking about, we have some friends that had a 17-year-old competing, and I can't really give a whole lot of information on that because it's not my testimonial, but maybe we'll get that here in the studio one day live through a Zoom call from our friend. But also your son, Gary, he started taking the Triangle of Health, and he was blown away with it, and he's an athlete.
Well, Gary is a professional athlete.
Mm-hmm.
He does it for a living, and he is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Olympic type style athlete,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he tried the product, the dynamic. There we go.
Wait a minute. He's going to try one of the proteins. He first tried the Triangle of Health. That is the sunrise, the sunset, and the nitric extreme. These three products right here is all we need to get started. This is exactly what we started, and then we thought, wait a minute, this is really having an impact on our lives. That's when we moved along to the Fit 20, the HL5, and now, as I better get going here because we're going to run out of time, this is our brand new hero product. I will give you my own testimonial. Since we saw you last Monday, we launched this, the Core 140. It has over 140 nutrients in this. Everything is spelled out on the back. The most perfect balanced meal replacement. I am down 2 pounds. I am so excited about that. And that's the only thing I did different that I added.
Well, one thing you can table it as awareness. It makes you aware of what you need,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a voice telling us what to do.
That's right.
Once you formulate what you're going to do, it keeps you doing it in the right direction. And the one key thing about it is when I teach seminars in motivation, success, and different things that make the human body and mind better, is I always try every hour to be aware of how I feel. Because a lot of people, they teach power of positive thinking. And one of the things about the power of positive thinking is a lot of people end up in a crazy house because of that. They read these books, they study, they do all this, they go gung-ho, and nothing changes. And they say there must be something wrong with me because I'm doing all these things that the books and the seminars tell me, and yet I still can't get ahead. Well, the key thing is positive feeling. So check yourself every hour and ask yourself, how do I feel? And if you feel good, fine. If you don't feel good, then do something about it. Because when you don't feel good, you're telling those soldier cells, don't fight. This person doesn't like living.
And that's when they put down...
Especially when you say, I wish I was dead or stuff like that, that's a cop-out.
I know.
So you have to realize that you be in control of your awareness. And that's why that word awareness is so important. Be in control of your awareness is critical.
Very critical, and I thank you. I know you could do a whole seminar on that, but I know we're running out of time, and I want to give everybody a heads up as we listen to the doctor that gives a quick overview on all the products, but especially the Core 140. I mean, I've never lost 2 pounds in a week, and I know I can't make a claim for everyone, but just like today, this was my real meal replacement. I was ready. I was doing business this morning, and then I got ready for the show, and I said, "Hun, make me my meal replacement drink." And listen to this: all nature-based, gluten-free, non-GMO, no soy, and grass-fed protein. I want to go ahead and toss over to our doctor that is going to be talking about this, and pay close attention. I would love for you to try this because it's very affordable and it tastes like a decadent chocolate. It's not overdone in chocolate. And we'll be right back after this. We're running out of time.
Here from the Scientific Advisory Board, 3-time Ironman triathlete, Masters men's physique competitor, and supplement designer here at Kyani. Now in this one, we're going to break down the exciting new release of our Core 140, nature's most convenient meal. Stay tuned. Now the question is, do you need a meal replacement? Well, my answer is that depends. Depends on your goals, depends on where you are, and depends, of course, on how healthy your nutrition is on a daily basis. And as you can see, my nutrition always wasn't on point. This was taken back when I was about 32 years of age, 215 pounds or so, over 20% body fat, and today I'm 50, 180 pounds and about 5% body fat. And I couldn't have done it without the use of obviously great nutrition, great exercise program, a great mindset, and of course a phenomenal supplement and nutrition program. And having a meal replacement makes achieving any healthy living goal, or just simply staying healthy and being well and living in an active adult life, that much easier. And that is the purpose of today's videos. We break down an incredibly new product that we're very excited about here at Kyani. But before we do, we know that most people aren't getting the nutrition that they need. And in fact, this slide talks about, 1 in 10 people only getting about 2 to 3 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. I'd argue we need about 5 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables a day to meet the minimum requirement. And I've asked that question to audiences around the world, and less than 1% of hands always go up. Why? Because it's incredibly difficult. Not to mention today's farming practices aren't what they used to be. Pesticides, pollution, over farming of land, mineral depletion has caused our food supply and the quality of our foods to diminish, making it ever more difficult to meet the micro and macronutrient goals that our bodies need to function optimally. Now here's an ideal day, and this is taken from a video that I shot here on Kyani Wellness TV. I think it's episode number 22, where I break down how I use our triangle of health with a sample of a daily nutrition plan of what I might be eating during the day, whether it's organic steel-cut oats, egg whites with spinach, pasture organic raised chicken with sweet potatoes, poke bowl, and then we've got grass-fed bison with asparagus, a couple blueberries and blackberries and raspberries with a salad to end the day. And of course, this has all been weighed out and measured, so I know exactly where I am, and I have a good idea of where I need to be nutrition-wise. Now, that's not always possible. So is there another way to make sure you're getting the right proportion of macronutrients to help assisting you on reaching your healthy living goals? Well, there is, and it's called using your hand. Real quickly, you can use the palm of your hand for a protein size. Then you can use the cup of your hand for fruits and vegetables, a fist for a healthy source of carbs, and then a thumb for a healthy source of fats. But that doesn't even work all the time either, because that means you got to plan ahead, you got to meal prep, you got to choose your restaurants carefully, you need to learn how to order on the side, and then of course you need to know what to order to get it right. So we decided here at Kayani to help solve this dilemma and solve this problem with a very high quality, great tasting meal replacement to assist you and your family, and including your children, on their own healthy living journey. And it's called Core 140, with over 22 grams of grass-fed protein, 16 grams of low glycemic carbohydrates, and 6 grams of healthy fat, breaking it down basically in a ratio that's equal to what I just referenced to you, but a whole lot more, and still not blowing your calorie budget for the day. Now, more on that in a moment. So how do you use Core 140 effectively? Well, of course, we all don't have time to meal prep like this or prepare a meal like this, or maybe we just don't know how to prepare a meal like this. And I would encourage you to jump into the Healthy Living Hub to learn more about that. But more back to this video. You can use Core 140 to replace any one of the meals that you see here on the screen. Whether it's a healthy meal, or in particularly use our Core 140 to help replace an unhealthy meal that you know you shouldn't be having. You know, whether it's that bagel with cream cheese and donuts and coffee filled with a bunch of stuff and sugar, or just simply that junk food bag of chips or sodas and crackers and things that you're eating throughout the day, or those fried foods and french fries and big, thick hamburgers that are loaded with all kinds of toppings that just basically shatter your calorie budget out the window and only contribute to not living your true health potential. Let's just put it to you that way. We all know at the end of the day. So we've decided to make it easy for you. Replace any one of these meals, replace a bad meal you know you shouldn't be having, and you will start seeing your journey and your transformation to healthy living challenge. If you're a participant, by the way, you can still enroll at any point. It's rolling admissions. Jump in at our Healthy Living Challenge here at Kayani. This will be a great product to help you to realize that goal. But not only that, in terms of it's packed with its macronutrient profile, but it's also loaded with over 80 vitamins and minerals to supply the critical micronutrients that are necessary to support really the 5 key areas of aging well: mitochondrial health, telomere health, helping to combat inflammation, protecting stem cell health, and countering the damaging effects of free radicals. And when we don't have a diet that's rich in the micronutrients and the digestive enzymes and the probiotics and the adaptogens that the body needs, those unfortunate areas that I just mentioned are not able to function optimally, and as a result, health consequences can follow. Can follow thereof. Now, in addition to all the vitamins and minerals found in Core 140, we have over 18 organic greens. Everything from organic chlorella, spirulina, milk thistle, carrot, spinach, tomato, garlic, parsley, kale, asparagus, cucumber, celery, just named a few, all organically sourced from the finest sources around the world. In addition, we have over 25 different enzymes, including digestive enzymes and probiotics to help support gut health. And we all know that a healthy immune system begins in the gut. And we've added the digestive enzymes to help improve the absorption and assimilation of the nutrition found herein, and to also to reduce any potential of gas and bloating as a result of using Core 140 as well. We've also added 6 grams of organic fiber to help maintain gastrointestinal health, natural cleansing properties, but also to promote satiety and a feeling of fullness throughout the day to reduce those cravings for the foods that we know that we shouldn't be having. Now, in addition, we have over 1,600 milligrams of adaptogens. What are adaptogens? Adaptogens help the body manage the effects of stress, and nobody has any of that today, right? And of course we all do, and it's a key critical component to helping you to manage these levels naturally, safely, and effectively as well. And then we've also added malice extract. This is a proprietary patented ingredient, if you will. It's an apple polyphenol that is loaded in antioxidants. Its profile is even stronger than that of green tea extract and even grapeseed extract. It helps to support cardiovascular health. It helps to support glucose metabolism. It also helps to support athletic performance and recovery and healthy skin, just to name a few. Now, one of the biggest things that I'm proud of here at Kayani for all of our products is the quality, purity, potency, and effectiveness of our products. All natural, non-GMO, soy-free, gluten-free, and preservative-free, free from all the fillers, binders, and flow agents that you often find in today's big box stores. Just going to say you're going to get what you pay for. It is better off, in my opinion, to invest a little more in your health now than have to eventually pay for it later, if you know what I mean. And then, of course, this is all jam-packed into less than 200 or exactly 280 calories per serving, with all of this powerful nutrition to help you to meet your fruits and vegetables goal. And when you particularly combine with the Triangle of Health, which I'll talk about in a moment, you are rest assured to easily meet that target. Now, one of the frequently asked questions we get is, how does Core 140 relate to Fit 20 and HL5? Well, Fit 20 is a performance protein designed to promote recovery. 10 grams of grass-fed hydrolyzed collagen, as well as 10 grams of grass-fed whey protein isolate, mixed with amino acids and minerals that are often depleted during exercise intensity and activity. And it's also there to aid in post-workout recovery and protein synthesis. And it's also the second use that you can use this for is a pre-workout for exercise in duration of greater than 1 hour. It helps to provide rich sources of leucine via its unique essential amino acid profile found in whey protein isolate to help preserve lean muscle tissue and mass during intense workouts or activities. So it can be used for thereof. And the third way to use Fit 20 is to simply help you to reach your protein intake goals for the day, because we do know that about 40% of the population is not getting enough protein to support muscle health as we age, and as a result we can suffer from sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss, as a result of inactivity combined with inadequate amounts of protein. HL5 is a very convenient way of getting 5 grams of grass-fed hydrolyzed collagen in addition to other ingredients like apple cider vinegar and hyaluronic acid, the water-loving acid that helps to pull fluid and retention back into the skin to help potentially reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, but also support collagen health, promote satiety. I love to use this as a mid-morning, mid-afternoon, or an evening snack. So I already had my Fit 20 after my workout this morning in addition to Sunrise and Nitro. And then I had an HL5 mid-afternoon. I literally just had one of these right before filming. It's creamy, it's rich, it's chocolatey, it tastes absolutely fantastic. I feel nice and full, but not too full. And I'll probably have an HL5 again this evening so I hit my collagen goals, because you do need to get about 15 to 25 grams of collagen a day to benefit from its use long term. It also helps to support gut health in the sense of repairing potential damage as a result of leaky gut. Leaky gut is when the digestive tract becomes leaky or porous, allowing amino acids and proteins and things to leak into the blood that shouldn't. How does leaky gut occur? Well, it's from an inflammatory diet and smoking and alcohol and processed food, junk food, and things like that that wreak havoc on your digestive tract. And collagen is very important in helping to repair that so that we can get the most from the nutrition that's found inside a product like Core 140 with its digestive enzymes and probiotics to help rejuvenate the natural flora of the intestinal tract, where about 70-80% of your immune system is actually found. And you combine this with the healthy greens and everything else that it provides and the adaptogenic properties, you start to see how these work together. And it's the same thing with the Triangle of Health. The Triangle of Health is a very convenient and easy way to get your water-soluble antioxidants and your fat-soluble antioxidants via sunrise and sunset, respectively. You're going to get over 22 powerful superfoods in our sunrise formula that are unique and different than the greens, the adaptogens, the digestive enzymes, and the probiotics that are found in Core 140. We all know that having a balanced diet from food sources from all over the world is our best chance of having a healthy immune system and our best defense into aging well and aging in a way that's healthy and in line with the vision that you have for yourself. So we've designed to pick completely different ingredients to put inside of our Core 140 and the greens that are not found in Sunrise, and of course have ingredients in our Sunrise that are not found in Core 140 to give you the best of both worlds in a very convenient, easy to use product suite, if you will, or a health system of products designed to assist you with your healthy living goals. And then of course Sunset's rich with the fat-soluble antioxidants, the omega-3s. There are some omega-3s in here, but not to the extent in Sunset. But you're also going to get your vitamin D, your astaxanthin, your beta-carotene, and also your tocotrienols, the most potent and bioavailable form of vitamin E. These are all incredibly important. I'll have one of those probably after this video. It's combined best with a meal so I can get those fat-soluble antioxidants and know that I'm giving my body all the tools that it needs in a very convenient, easy to use system or product line that is designed to work synergistically together and not compete against one another, and that's very important. And one of my favorite parts of our launch of Core 140 is that every time you order one bag of Core 140, we will donate one potato pack to a family or a child in need somewhere around the world, because good nutrition shouldn't be unique to anyone. We all are deserving of the good food and fuel sources that we all need. And of course, our children around the world who need it the most are absolutely no different. So every time you buy one of these, we will donate one potato pack. If you want to learn more, go to potatopack.kyani.com so you can learn more about our charity work that we do, and of course our Caring Hands Foundation and all the support and the work that we do beyond just being a world-class supplement, education, and healthy living company. And of course, jump into the Healthy Living Hub. It's a free resource that we give to all of our customers here at Kyani to support you not only in how to use our products, but more importantly, how to put it together with great nutrition, meal plans, workouts, fitness, and of course, our private Facebook group to interact with myself and my beautiful wife, Patricia, who's also on the Scientific Advisory Board here. So go check that out if you haven't already. So there you have it. We're excited beyond measure for the release of Core 140. It's a great tasting, easy to use, convenient nutrition program that's designed to work synergistically with all of our products here at Kyani, but most importantly, to assist you in making nutrition easy and simplified on your journey to healthy living. We'll see you again soon. Take care.
And we're back, and I do want to thank the doctor for putting that great video together, a little overview of the products. And I also love the fact that we do, when you purchase the Core 140, we donate a potato pack for one meal for a child out there around the world. So that makes me always feel good. Now, I know we're running out of time with just a couple of minutes remaining, so I guess I just want to come from the heart, like my husband and I always do, and let you know that this is our complete program along with good eating and exercise, good mind, body, spirit. And as I mentioned, as the doctor had also mentioned in the video, is having products that work synergistically with one another is really the way to go, and it's less waste.
There has to be a balance, and when you buy each one on its own and take a chance, you are taking a chance.
Exactly. So we have the Kyani Sunrise, we have the Sunset, we have the Nitro Extreme, the HL5, we also have the Fit 20, and this amazing Core 140. This is brand new, and I hope that you'll give it a shot. I don't know about you, but this is, I always give true confessions, and I truly confess that I gained 6 maybe even 7 pounds. I call it the COVID 6-7, and I actually have already dropped 2 pounds just since last week, being mindful of what I'm eating, being very careful, but also using this meal replacement. And it's not just a meal replacement. I was just saying to my husband during the video, I love this for 280 calories. I'm getting all these wonderful nutrients and vitamins and that the Malice apple, which is a natural meal suppressant. So if you find you're getting the munchies in the evening, the middle of the afternoon, late at night, the middle of the night, or whatever, you have absolutely nothing to lose than to try the Core 140. And maybe this is where you might want to start, because you know you're getting all your nutrients that you need right here. Plus it helps you curb your appetite. And try any one of these other products. I would highly recommend getting the Triangle of Health. You can go to immuneboosters2020.com. That is our personal link, and you can peruse through there and really see what's up with Kyani. They've been around for a long time. They have done their research on these products. You're looking for natural, organic, the studies that have been done. We have doctors behind it. We never make any claims to diagnose, treat, or cure, but I will say that we will recommend this to everybody shamelessly. Give it a try. 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.